Hello, this is Margaret Ajibode, the STEM Positive Disruptor. This is another conversation with Mayor's Conversation with a special guest, Amani Al-Hadid. She's a project manager that works within artificial intelligence. She'll tell us more about that. The reason why we set this platform up is we want to educate, want to raise awareness, want to change people's perception and demystify what STEM is. That's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's about bringing the public into our domain. It's about showing the diverse roles within the STEM world. It's also about starting a conversation about how do we make improvement, how do we change our world and make it more enticing for our young people that are coming up. And it's also about showcasing the different people that work within our industry as well. So without further ado, I'm so excited to speak to Amani. She's from Jordan, so she can tell us more about what she does. So welcome again, Amani. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to join the podcast today. In fact, this is the first time I participate in a podcast, so thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Well, I'm grateful that you can come on board. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so tell us more about yourself, because what we want to do is celebrate what you do, because you've been working for what, over 17 years in this sort of, doing a range of various projects, but also you did a master's in quality management, which is quite interesting because when you think about STEM, sometimes people look at the more technical roles, but quality management is very important where project design, whatever it is you're doing, quality is a big thing because you can't deliver a service without taking quality into account. You can't produce a product without thinking about quality in itself. So can you please tell us more about what you do and how it all integrates with how you started your education too? Thank you.
Yes, for sure. Now I'm working as a project manager. I'm working in some of the companies that are specialized in the artificial intelligence. Before that, I was a project manager for the AI incubator. I spent around 1 year there. And before that, I was spent around 17 years in the aviation. I was working in two national career, one in Jordan and one in the United Arab Emirates. And I start my career as a call center. Then I moved to the revenue management, working in different role in the pricing. So you can see that my career path is shifted to different industry, different positions. And I am a person who like to try new things and to gain a new experience. Also my studying, I specialized first thing on English, then I moved to quality management. I get the master degree in quality management, and I get a certification in the project management, which is the BMB, which is the project management for professional. And it wasn't easy for me to enroll in this part because my background is not engineering, but because I like in the project management, I decide that I need to specialize in it. And this opened for me a lot of doors that I can work in different industries and in different positions.
Do you know something? You made a good point because your background is not engineering. You started off, your first degree was in English and literature, and then you moved to do your master's in quality management, and then you got a certification in project management. And project management is so important. But also, you also talked about, look, your journey has been very varied. You've worked in different arenas, aviation, and now artificial intelligence. So you're technical. You're looking in technology, and it's actually created more opportunities for you than you ever anticipated, which is good. And this is what we want to do. We want to encourage more young people, or even people or females who maybe not thinking about it, that if you, for example, Amani can do it, I can do it too. It doesn't matter about the background. It depends, it's about you wanting something better for yourself and taking risk as well, because again, you challenge yourself and look at where you are. So can you please tell us more about what you do, right, as a project manager within the artificial, I know that you've moved on to a new company, but when you were working with the incubator with Orange, and even now, because you're still project managing as well, can you tell us more about what that entails? Thank you.
Okay. Now, the point here, when I was working as a project manager for the AI incubator, we were helping the entrepreneurs who have specialized on AI and they have an idea, let's say, in AI, in order to change their idea into a business. So we were giving them all the training that's required to be specialized in AI, and at the same time, we're giving them the opportunity to learn more about how to create a business, how to open a company, how to have the leadership skills in order to be an entrepreneur. And you know, this opportunity, this helped me. I mean, this gave me an opportunity to deal with the startup and to deal with the youth who are really very ambitious and they are very smart. They know how to find the opportunity. They know how sometimes to create it, not only to find it. Because nowadays technology is something important, and new technology is very important in your life, and artificial intelligence is one of them. Nowadays artificial intelligence is not anymore a choice. It's something that you have to know about it. You should have to use it in your life, and it will become part of our lifestyle. And I do remember that I attended a webinar last summer. It was AI for non-technical. And I remember that the organizer of this webinar, they were talking about that everyone nowadays should have something called AI citizenship. And I was wondering, what's the AI citizenship? They said it means that you should have the basic knowledge of the AI. You don't need to be technical. So technology is something very important. So even if your major at the university is not computer science, you can take some courses that improve your skills, that help you to get the knowledge in the artificial intelligence and other form, of course, of a new technology.
Indeed. Do you know, I do love the idea that AI for non-technical, that means it is opening doors, is actually getting people to see things different. And you know, also mentioned about it's now here, you cannot run away from it, so why not embrace it? How does that, and that's amazing. And you know, in your, because you talk about entrepreneurship and getting people with ideas and developing them and giving them the different skills that they need to maybe to make their businesses successful within AI itself. Just based on what you know and based on what your experience, is it been a mixture of both females and males doing that sort of thing?
Yeah, you know, I tell you what, now I can see that the youth in general, regardless if they are male or female, they have a different mindset. Their mind, they are changing very quickly. They don't want to work in traditional jobs. They want something that's returned back to him. They want to create their own business. They have their own ideas. And you know what? Everything around them is supporting them. For example, when we talk about the ecosystem now is facilitating all the regulations and trying to find centers like incubator and accelerators in order to help them and to guide them in their journey. So even the social media nowadays, you can start your business in the social media. You don't need to have a company. So life is changed very rapidly, and everything is supporting new ideas, in fact. So I say, you know, sometimes I feel how much they are lucky. 20 years ago, we don't have these opportunities.
That's
Nowadays, everything is affordable. You can choose whatever you find it's suitable for you. And even if you fail in one part, you could find another thing that's, and you can stand again.
So going back again, because you didn't answer the question. So where the females are concerned, is it a 50-50 that comes to your incubator or where you're moving to? Do you get that or is that?
Yes, around 30% of the female, they were part of the incubator. And, you know, in these projects, usually you should have a percentage for number of females who are joining the incubators or the accelerators. So most of the time it's range between 30% to 50%. It depends.
Okay.
And the project itself, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, because you know you made mention again that nowadays you don't have to be so traditional how you start up your business. You can do it on social media. The opportunities are so vast or it's so varied that you can be anything you want to be. And also the younger generation are taking hold of the opportunities they have and using different mediums to enable them to achieve those goals itself. So just going back slightly, because I want to celebrate you. Did you ever, where where quality management is concerned, did you get to use it that much? Because I know you're talking about business skills. It's about developing people and getting them to that place, that business ready opportunity, so that they can be ready to do whatever they want to do where business is concerned. Artificial intelligence now, but I think from your journey it's been so varied with what the sort of type of work you're doing, but really bringing it to the artificial intelligence side of things. Do you think this is a very straightforward, is it something that is so easy where you are concerned, because it's about quality management? I mean, quality is so important in every arenas of what we do, so is this something that you always have the back of your mind and how you manage what you do?
Of course, equality is the core at the end. You need to do things with the best, you need to get the best result in everything, in time, in terms of time, cost, and in terms of what you are doing. The deliverables itself, it should be with high quality. Or let's say not, no, you don't need to have it a high quality, with the acceptable quality. That's everyone is around you is accepting it at the end. So equality, okay, I can't say that I didn't measure in quality in my job, but it's surrounding me. I can't,
Okay.
I am looking always for things to be done in a perfect way.
Mm-hmm.
So equality is joining you every time. Whatever you
Right.
are doing, you have to do the quality. Yeah.
That I 100% agree with you. Again, what, because sometimes qualifications, sometimes we can get them, but we don't actually maximize or optimize it in the way we like to do it. But you also made
Right.
the point that sometimes, although you may not use it specifically, it's actually something that you have to always have the back of your mind to ensure that whatever you deliver, whatever you bring out, has it's at a standard that enables it to be successful in so many different ways. So I'd love to know more about you, because again, we want to celebrate you. I do like what you've done. I do like the fact that you challenge yourself. You moved from, you started working within the aviation for over 17 years, and now you went into technology and now AI. Why AI? Why? Was that just an opportunity that came up?
Well, AI is the future of the world.
True.
And the AI is something, it's a trend right now, nowadays. I
Okay.
mean, everyone is talking about AI, and the technology is developing so fastly, so if you are not find a place for yourself in these things, you will find yourself from out of the edge. So it's
True.
very important that you need to keep educate yourself. You need to put yourself in the with whatever is coming into your society or into your profession. I mean, for example, nowadays you have so many jobs that are open, and there is a good opportunity for you to take, let's say, to be a pioneer and start your career there, because you can start from the scratch. You don't need to have a lot of knowledge. You start gradually and you keep improving your skills, then you will be able to, let's say, working in a perfect way in that position.
Excuse me, you made a good point. It's not about it's not about what you start or what type of your background is. It's about you fitting into and being more adaptable and changing and with the needs and evolving. But also, you talked about AI being the future. It's true. AI is everywhere, isn't it? Everywhere is being used in so many different elements and different areas of our lives or industry as well. From Jordan's perspective, from Jordan, as where you're based, how much has it penetrated the industry itself?
Well, no, the industry here is supporting the technology so much, and we have so many people specialized in computer science, and most of the entrepreneurs are from IT or from computer engineering backgrounds, and you are just every day you are hearing about a new business that's focusing and using AI, for example, in their business. And you don't need, for example, to focus only in technology. Whatever your business is, The most important thing is to use the technology, to facilitate the technology for the benefit of what you are doing, because this will add a competitive advantage to your business in front of your competitors.
You know, you said it so well. I mean, I couldn't even add to that because you're so right. It's an aid, but it's also about seeing opportunities and seeing how can it then help you to be that difference. And it's also about giving you that unique selling point as well, making you different from the rest of the others that are coming through as well. So based on your experience and based on what you do, how I mean, because you do monitor those who've come through your incubator. How would you measure the success rate for them?
Well, there are many criteria. First thing I said, they start with an idea. So if they finish the incubation program with a prototype, this will be a success for them. If they are able to create their own business and initiate their companies, this will be also a success. If they are able to go to investors and convince them in their business and take fundraising, this will be a success. So our role is to connecting them with those who, with the investors, in order to hear their business idea, and at the same time help them from the technical perspective to working in the prototype of their idea.
Wow, that's impressive. I do like, I heard you, if I'm not correct, so if I'm not wrong, you mentioned about you also connect them with investors as well to help them take the new ideas. So just give me an example of what, based on how, before I start that actually, how long is the program for?
Around 1 year.
Oh yeah, okay. And so, okay, and let's do the different elements of business and how they can get it. And then when do you get them to sit in front of the investors? Or as you said, there are different elements, it depends on what stage you are, what product, if your product ready or not.
No, first of all, first 6 months, it's just a technical training. And after that, we will give them like a mentorship for around 3 months. After that, they are ready to sit with the investors. So we are trying to find the companies or that's are looking for a startup and trying to make a session with them. So they hear from the investors and we allow our startup to talking about their business. So both sides are hearing each other. And some of them, they were selected in order to do a pitching in front of the investors. And I'm not saying that if they take it or not they take it, but giving them the opportunity to do that one or 2 or 3 times, this will help them to understand that next time I will do it perfectly. I will know how the investor is thinking. Yeah, they will not get it from the first time for sure, but the idea here is to helping them to understand how the atmosphere will be.
100%. Do you know, I just want to go back to you breaking down the program. The program, you said 6 months technical. When you said 6 months technical, and then you said 3 months of internship, and then so you place them. So there's 3 elements there. There's the first 6 months is technical. So what does that entail?
Okay, the first 6 months is technical skills in AI. So we are already having professors from one of our technology university. They're giving them a training in everything related to AI. The second part is the 3 months of mentorship, not internship.
Okay.
Mentorship.
Right. Okay. So they get mentored, and Susan, you place them with companies or the? Oh, good.
We just bring let them sit with the mentors. That's first of all, they make like an evaluation for them, see where's the gaps for them, if they need, for example, more knowledge about marketing or brand or whatever, marketing, branding, financial. So they are sitting with the qualified mentors that help them to apply what they are learning in their project.
Okay, good. And then what happens for the last 3 months? Is that when they sit with investors or they pitch their ideas? Okay.
Yes, and they working at the same time on their project.
Wow, I'm impressed. So just I'm kind of curious. So what would you say is the success story that is now out there in the market at the moment based on the people who've gone through or your companies come through your program?
Yeah, 3 of them, they already initiate their company. and the three of them finished their prototype, and they are starting, to change it to a real product.
Wow.
So they make some partnership. Some of them make already a partnership with other companies. So yeah, they have a good future. I expect that for them.
Well, yes, of course. You're just help you support them through the process, isn't it? Do you know,
Yeah.
I love what you're doing, Amani. I love and I celebrate you. I celebrate what you have achieved. I celebrate what you're doing. I also celebrate that you're breaking down those barriers as well. Because you know, but your journey, if you look at your back journey or where you started from, you know, seeing you now, you know, you've made such huge leaps of progress and success, and you are an inspiration that women, even young people, aspire to be like. Because what you're saying is you challenge yourself, you took risk, and also I'm assuming that you had lots of people who know about you because you made contacts, and this also opened doors of opportunities for you. So if I was to ask you, what would you say to someone young, or young, especially young females that are coming up, um, and they want to be like you or want a change? I know there are difficulties. We don't normally talk about difficulties, but there are difficulties. What would you say? Give us two things that you would like to leave, because this platform is for the public to listen to us, but also I would also like you to be able to share with people from Jordan, that they can see that they can aspire to be like you. So tell us, what would
Thank you.
you think?
Well, first thing, they have to keep learning.
Yeah.
To never stop learning. Everything, whatever you find it's suitable for you, whatever you find that maybe this will benefit me in the future, go and give yourself the opportunity to learn. And nowadays, the learning, I mean, you have so many free courses you can attend it. You don't need even to pay for that. Especially when talk about the coding, we talk about the artificial intelligence. I can see now in the Google when I'm doing my search, there's a lot of institute that giving you this opportunity to learn how to do the coding free of charge. So keep learning and give yourself the opportunity to discover your capabilities, because don't be like that's I'm working in this part, so I'm only can do that. No, you can do everything because you have the power, you have the capabilities, but you need to discover it. So if you don't give yourself a chance to try yourself in different place, you will never discover that. So this is the second thing. The third thing, don't be afraid from failure. Failure is something part of our lives, and it exists to learn. We need to fail sometimes in order to learn and to gain more experience. So next time we can do it in a perfect way.
Do you know something? You are amazing. I
Thank
love
you.
it. It's so practical. You know, it's about never stop learning, because if you stop learning, then you become dormant, really. And you're so true. And you always talked about, look, it's about exploring as well, because unless you research for something, you never know what the opportunities can be. And I guess you had to go through that process to understand what that opportunities can be. You also talked about, discover who you are. I think that's
Yes.
so important. And then you can then achieve the great heights that you can
Yes.
achieve, but you need to give yourself time to know you and not be stuck with, this is the only one I think I do. I know you're much more than that. That's so
Yes.
wonderful. And then you said finally, you know, what was the final? Sorry, I
Don't be
no,
afraid from
don't be
failure.
afraid. Exactly. Do not. That is so important, because when you think about it, so many people are afraid that if they fail, people look down at them. Don't be. And I think that's so important, because sometimes we get so caught up by everybody else, what people think, then I tell them, and what lesson can I gain from my failure here? What can I
Yes.
gain? What can I do better? How can I improve myself? That also is about discovering yourself, because it's building your confidence, is knowing who you are in order to achieve, to go to the next level on in your life journey. And so, I'm so, thank you so much. I'm so
Yeah.
impressed with what you have said. I'm so impressed with your journey as well, where you started from and what you're doing now, and how you're helping others to raise their standard and achieve goals that they can never envisages, you know, and you being there and supporting them makes such a huge difference, but also about what you have gained, because you're learning all the time, you're evolving all the time, because you said never stop learning. So I know you're evolved because of your transition, of your journey thus far. And that's so important. And also, I think you also, it covers what you're saying about those three elements. You discovered who you are, you discovered what makes you tick, and you improve on what makes you tick as well. And finally, you said, do not be afraid. And that again tells me that you took a risk, you were not afraid to make mistakes, but you learned from your mistakes and developed into this great person that you are right now. So Amani, thank you, thank you, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I really appreciate you taking time out to have a conversation, even though it's a STEM platform, but it's so wise. Wisdom, you give such wise outcome, practical solutions, practical things that anybody can learn from. And I do love your journey, and I really see you in great heights too. So never, as you said, never stop. Keep trying to be your best. So thank you so much again for coming on board.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks.
So thank you. This is Margaret Ajibada, the STEM Positive Disruptor. Again, I have this special guest, Amani Al-Hadid, and her journey is amazing, but also her takeaways is that, you know, discover who you are, know who you are, never stop learning, and never be afraid to fail. Learn from those and try, and never ever give up, because you know your potential. There's so much potential in every one of them. So again, thank you so much. Again, we want to showcase what's happening. This is from a business perspective, but learning technical skills to help enhance and give you a different perspective, give you an edge over other competitors is what she's talking about. AI is here, and it's what people are using. So again, thank you, and I thank you for your incubator, what you're doing as a project manager. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.